We bring you the Cadillac EV SUV lineup here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and dive in and not waste your guys' time. So we're going to start with the smaller brother. Now, in the video, you guys see all three. We have the Optiq, which is the small brother. We have the middle brother, which is the Lyriq. And then we have the bigger brother, which is the IQ. And honestly, that's probably like the father, because that thing is just monstrous. Okay, and we're going to get to that one. That's my favorite one, but we're going to get to that. 5-passenger in the Optiq, that's new to 2025. Lyriq we've known about, and IQ is also new to 2025, okay? Let's go ahead and start with the Optiq. I want to just kind of show you guys a little bit about it, what it resembles, and how it's part of the family, okay? Well, it's an EV, it's 5-passenger, 85 kilowatt battery. It's a 1-speed automatic regen brake system on all three, okay? So they have all three, that same exact idea. What I kind of want to pull you guys' eye to is the front headlights, how it kind of looks alike. The vertical LED lights in the front, the grills with the design, and also the lower grill itself with the active air vents too. Okay, now let's go ahead and shoot over to the Lyriq and do like a quick look on the front end. Again, well, the Lyriq is slightly different and it doesn't resemble the IQ or the Optiq in this matter. What do I mean by that? Because the front lenses don't actually connect with that squinted eyebrow piece there, where you just have two separate pieces, to where the Optiq has that one piece along with now the IQ. Okay, well, the IQ and the Optiq resemble here. So the little brother resembles the father or the older brother a whole lot better with regards to the front headlights. The front grills resembles each other. The diagonal lines, the vertical lines, or the design of it with the active lower air vents, but look how big this freaking IQ is, honestly. It's, yeah, the price tag on it is also big, coming in at around $150,000. But get a load of those daytime running lights. Well, they all have them. They're all super bright, okay? Now, the Optiq itself comes with 1,500 pounds of towing capacity, okay? MPG is about 111 city and like 94 highway. You get that Optiq in only an all-wheel drive option with dual electric motors, okay? Where the Lyriq, you're going to get rear wheel option or all-wheel drive option, okay? And according to which one you get, your MPGs will change in your horsepower. Like the MPG on the rear wheel is 365, which amps up if you go all-wheel drive is like 500 something. I forget the exact number. To where if you come over to the big Lyriq, all-wheel drive standard, and it comes at like 750 horsepower. This thing is wicked, okay? But let's shoot over around the Optiq and then let's talk sides, okay? Show you guys the side profile of each. 190 inches in length on the Optiq, 197 inches in length on the Lyriq, and 224 inches on the IQ, okay? Well, let's talk width now. On the Optiq is 75 inches, on the Lyriq 78 inches, and on the IQ is 82 inches in width. But what's slightly different if we go ahead and talk height? The Optiq is 1 inch higher than the Lyriq, 65 inches on the height of the Optiq, 64 inches on the Lyriq, and a whopping 76 inches on the IQ. I didn't mention this, but the side on all three kind of resemble each other. More so, the side profiles between the Optiq and the Lyriq, literally, I would say if there wasn't some minute differences, they would almost be the same, okay? With regards to the charging on both sides, the side mirror looks, the doors, the trims down there, the flushed out handles that pop out, they are deployable, the panoramic glass that is stationary, which brings us over to this sport back look. You're gonna get some difference on the glass between the Optiq and the Lyriq, and the taillight is where it's gonna be different, okay? The Lyriq does not resemble the Optiq or the IQ with regards to the taillights or the rear ends. Why do I say that? Because the taillight actually comes all the way over near the rear passenger door, to where the Optiq actually has just one vertical piece coming down here next to the back glass, and then a vertical taillight near the tailgate quarter panel area. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I mean. The IQ, look at that. That taillight comes down comes down, where the Lyriq has that tail light all the way over here, okay? So complete ginormous rear end here on the IQ. Boy, do I love this vehicle, I have to say. The only problem is my pocket doesn't love the vehicle. 150 grand, like who in the world is gonna be able to own one of these? Like all those freaking YouTube stars and all that stuff. We come over to the Lyriq, honestly, yeah, I could afford a Lyriq, but I don't know. 5 passengers, it's not a statement. It's not like a look at me, right? And then you got the Optiq, where it's kind of like, it might be your first car. You're coming into the market and you need an all-wheel drive because you're a big snowboarder or something and you want to throw your skis in the back. Well, this is a great car, okay? Again, yes, you're going to be looking at price tag. The Lyriq is coming out like $5,000 more than the Optiq, all right? This is like 53.5 Optiq in this video, 58.5, and that IQ is just not even a freaking question. $150,000, right? So with regards to price tags, you're comparing these a whole lot more, okay? The Optiq compared to the Lyriq, that's its own little island, or own big island, let's just say. Now let's go ahead and pop the tailgate. Stop wasting your guys' time with regards to the cargo. Each one gets a backup camera and the bumper sensors and all that stuff. I don't have to mention that. But let's go ahead and talk cargo, because a lot of people want to know cargo. Well, the Optiq is a 5-passenger, the Lyriq is a 5-passenger, the IQ is a 7 and 8, and you're going to be able to see the difference because you get 2 rows, front and second row in the Optiq and the Lyriq. Let me go ahead and give you guys some cargo numbers. Max capacity with regards to the cargo on the Optiq is going to be 57 cubic feet of space with the second row seat down. Max capacity is 61 cubic feet of space on the Lyriq. So it's literally 4 extra cubic feet of space between the Optiq and Lyriq. But if we jump over to the IQ, this is where we're going to see the big difference, okay? On the IQ, you're getting a whopping maximum 119 inches of, 119 cubic feet of space, because you drop the second and the third row. Now, let's go ahead and do that. Well, you actually got to press and hold them. You press and hold. Let's drop the second row. This is what 119 inches look like. Yep, this is the one you got to love. Have to say, you're going to fit your skis, your snowboards, your kids, your wives, your husbands, your whatever you got going on, fit them in here, all right? Your animals. But here, look at this, 61 cubic feet of space. All right, 61 cubic feet of space. You can still fit the kiddos, but you can't fit your husbands and wives, all right? Then we come over here, and we got the 57 cubic feet of space, and this is more of the compact, all right? This is just the kids and maybe a dog or two, all right? But again, guys, this is what it looks like with regards to the cargo. Let's go ahead and jump inside and show you guys the interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now sitting inside the Optiq, okay? Let's take a quick look around with regards to the front and this second row seating, so we don't make this video too long, but this is what your seat looks like. This is the synthetic leather. It's not real leather. All right, and then in front of this passenger seat, they are electric controlled, both of them with heated seats. You have those options in all 3 of them. Canvas or kind of a cloth wrap, where you get the air vents, kind of the same idea on the air vents. A lot of resemblance from the Optiq to the Lyriq. Remember what I tell you guys, Optiq, Lyriq, a lot of resemblance, literally almost look identical. If you got to look really close to actually tell the cuts and the angles, the differences. But the infotainment screen, a 33 inches screen across, infotainment with the cluster and the control panel there for your headlights. That's exactly the same in the Lyriq. Built-in Alexa, you got the maps. So what the map looks like in both the Lyriq and the Optiq. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys what it looks like on a charging screen. I'm not going to show you guys this in the Lyriq, just show you guys here. This is what your media screen looks like, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, we got the Alexa built in. All right, now you could split the screen and whatnot. You got the dual climate control, all right? Keep an eye on that. That's pretty much the same exact unit that they're using across the cars. The vents, the trims are going to change. All right, you're going to get the blue trims with regards to the Lyriq. You're going to have a little bit more silver chrome luxury feel. Steering wheel inside the Lyriq and also the Optiq, exact same steering wheel. You just might have Super Cruise in one of them and the other one you don't in this video, but you do have the option of getting Super Cruise in all three of them. Shift levers exactly the same on all three, along with your controls for the windshield wipers. Okay, then we come over to the door panel. Door panel, the units, the look or the design of the units for the controls of the seats and the heated seats, along with controlling the angles and whatnot, and the memory seating exactly the same, but you're gonna get some angle changes, okay? A little bit more rugged on the Optiq, a little bit more squared off, some blue going on and wrapped in that material, the cloth material. Resemblance between Lyriq and Optiq on the top. They both have the electric visor, to where the IQ in this video don't get the top visor, okay? Center console in between, pretty much similar with regards to the Lyriq. Take a good look at that with the same unit control, all right? Cup holders. You still have that kind of bridge standalone center console with some more room there. You might have some different placements on the USB-C plugins. Wireless charging pad. One thing I'm kind of bummed about on the Optiq is the lid on the center console opens only one way, and that's towards, the lid will open up towards the passenger, only allowing access to the driver, okay? Wireless charging pad, you get that in all three. Now that we showed you a quick look on the first row seating, let's shoot over to the second row and then jump inside the Lyriq and the IQ. A quick look on the second row seating of the Optiq. Now, the back of those front seats, literally same design. I have to say that. Keep an eye out for that. I'm going to show you guys that in all three cars. Optiq and the Lyriq kind of resemble each other here too. The vents, along with the USB-C plugins. You get an inverter on this Optiq. You don't get it on a Lyriq in this video. And the pocket, you might have a pocket down here on the Optiq, but here on the Lyriq, you have the pocket up top, okay? And then some angles or covers change, the plastic covers. Armrests, pretty much similar with regards to that same armrest. Got the armrest with the cup holders. Up top, the reading lights with the O-snap handles. All right. This comes with the 19-speaker AKG sound system that this Lyriq doesn't come. Don't let that fool you. You can add that in the Lyriq too. Now that we're done, let's go ahead and shoot over to the Lyriq. Now, this is where you start to feel a bit more of the higher class coming inside the Cadillac Lyriq, okay? Now, the seat itself, slightly different design, or the perforation, all right, and the stitching, but overall kind of resembles each other. You can tell they're of the same family. Now, get what I mean about the front vents as well. You got the same knobs. You might have the fins here on the passenger side. You don't get the fins in the center of the Lyriq with regards to the air vent controls. Dashboard slightly different with regards to the cuts and the angles. But again, resemblance, same interface. Remember I told you guys a 33-inch screen going across on the interface. Vent placement, pretty much kind of same idea, but again, the difference in trim, okay? Same control unit for the dual climate control. Center console. Remember I told you guys same unit right here with the rotary knob, the cup holders. You might just have some different trim looks or a slightly different shape change. Here, you got, again, more pocket room with the USB-C. Optiq was here. Lyriq is here. And then if I lift, you got the center console lid that lifts up so you have access from passenger and driver side. Wireless charging pad and USB-C plugins here. Steering wheel, pretty much the same. Check that out. Also with that regen paddle, controls for your windshield wipers and your shifting. On the left-hand side, door panel. This is what your door panel is going to look like. All right, a little bit more softer design, a little bit more rounded off with regards to the speaker cover, the inlays, right? So a little bit more classy inside the Lyriq. Up top, remember I told you that top electric visor that you get in the Optiq and in the Lyriq. You don't get that electric visor control in the IQ. Now that we're done showing you that front end real quick, let's show you the second row seating of the Lyriq and then jump inside the IQ. Second row seating in the Lyriq. Remember what I told you guys, the back of those front seats, exactly the same design. You might have different color schemes, but same design. In between those, we got the pocket up top, the air vents, the USB-C plugins here. Now the seats themselves are a bit more cushiony feel, so softer feel inside the seats of the Lyriq. Keep that in mind as well. Armrest, literally probably the same exact armrest piece that they use. All right, now that we're pretty much done showing you guys a real quick look on the Lyriq, now let's compare it to the Big Daddy or the Big Brother, whatever you guys want to call this Lyriq, but I'm excited. Let's go. Oh boy, this is where I'm salivating, I have to say. 150 grand, just sly of 150 grand. Look at the seats, cushion, luxury. This is what this IQ is screaming. Electric controlled, heated, ventilated seats. Phenomenal look. Look at the dashboard. This is where you're not going to get the resemblance. You got the same interface tech in all three, the Optiq, Lyriq, and IQ, but they add the entertainment screen in front of the passenger. You get the YouTube Kids, the Hulu, the HDMI, the web browser, and whatnot. You still got the AKG sound system in here, but get a load of how classy those trims are. Phenomenal. Look at that screen that goes all the way across over to the driver's side, and you get an extra screen for your climate controls and your headlight system, and all that stuff is controlled right here. But phenomenal. Look at the center console. Huge. Huge, I have to say, huge. All right, rotary knob looks the same and the cup holders look the same, but overall the wireless charging pad is completely different. You get actually 2 wireless charging pads. Look how much space you get here with the USB-C plugins, HDMI plugins. You got 3 actually USB-C plugins in here and a 12-volt outlet. No top visor. Remember I told you guys about that? Get the cabin camera, all right? All 3 of them get the cabin camera and the live feed camera. You can add that in all 3 of them as well. Steering wheel, completely different. So this is a 2-spoke to where the Optiq and the Lyriq had that 3-spoke steering. Still got the Super Cruise and the IQ. Same interface with regards to the look on the electric controlled. You just, all it did on the screen was just kind of place the charging, the kilowatt, the miles per hour here on the left, okay? And you could probably change that as well, the theme of that front screen. Door panels, all right? Remember I told you guys the buttons all look the same to controlling the seats, but you get massage seats in the IQ, of course, because you're paying for it. And let's go ahead and open up this self-help door. Look at that. Yes, it's square. It's more square, so kind of the door panel resembles more of the Optiq, I have to say. Squared off, a little bit more rugged look, but again, you're still getting that wrap, the leather wrap on that. Beautiful. Now, let's talk some legroom. So legroom between the Lyriq and the IQ, almost the same. So it goes 45, Lyriq is 44, and the Optiq is 42, okay? Let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row seating and third row and then finish up with this video. Now showing you guys a quick look on the second row seating. Kind of simplifies, again, same design between all 3, so that's how you know they're family. On the back of those front seats. In between, you're going to have a complete different look. You got the air vents and the classy high gloss black trim. You got the 3rd screen for your temperature controls and all that good stuff. Then we come over here, we slide this out. We get the cup holders here because it's captain chairs on the second row in the IQ, as well as the USB-C plugins and the inverter, okay? Now, seating system, I probably would have liked to seen electric controls at 150 grand on the second row seating, but they're manual controls as the gas one, okay? As the gas Escalade. So same idea with regards to the controls. You can drop the backrest on this, make your ride more comfortable. Remember, I'm 6 feet 2 inches if you've been watching our videos. Legroom is completely there. Head clearance is completely there on the IQ. Let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row. I'm going to press this electric button. It's going to bunny hop this seat forward, just like that. All right, and now get a load of this. Oh, we got a little wrapper there. But third row, my head is touching the top, okay? You're getting a little bit more claustrophobic, smaller glass here in the back. My legs are touching the back of the second row. I'm sure you could probably maximize the third row by moving this seat up on the second row because you probably don't need all that room on the second row. But again, it's going to be a little bit more tight on the third row, right? So you're going to be putting your smaller people here, your kids, the animals. You get the air vents up top, so you get the airflow, all right, for each passenger. And the reading lights in a very convenient spot right over your laps, all right? So as we like to do here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandy, we like to drop those MSRP stickers. So here's the MSRP sticker first to the Optiq, all right? I mentioned to you guys this is coming in at around $53.5 MSRP. This is a Sport 1 trim. The second one is the Lyriq, which is a Luxury 1 trim, and here's the MSRP sticker to that. And now here is the MSRP sticker to the Sport 2 IQ, okay? The Lyriq is coming in at $58,595. The IQ is coming in at like $148,000 or $149,000 or whatnot. Check out the list, guys. Hopefully this video helped you guys, letting you guys know what Cadillac has with regards to EVs and their SUVs. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We thank you and God bless.